Dale.
Hey folks, howoo! Werewolf Wally here, and say, has anybody else in town noticed robots coming out of the old airplane graveyard? I don't want to alarm anyone, but I thought those things were dead. Anybody hearing this? Hector? Mags? Hey, anybody? Come on, folks, don't leave your old pal Wally in the dark. Come on, call if you're reading me. Hello? Hello?
Shaggy, shabby guy in a tight shirt and fringed leather jacket. He's wearing a wide-brimmed cowboy hat and carrying a filthy backpack. As you get close, he approaches, smiling. He seems nice enough, but the guy is definitely on something. He's sweating and jittery. Thanks for stopping, bros. Listen, I seriously need a miracle. My girl, Betty Sue, is about to give birth to our baby back in Damonta. I gotta get through the safe zone to be with her. Trouble is, I ain't got the tribute the monks asked for. They're demanding I get them some crazy radioactive goop. Any chance you got a spare and can help me out? I'll totally make it worth your while once we get inside the temple. Who is Betty Sue? My old lady, the sunshine of my life. She's about to pop, if you know what I mean, and I want to get back to the blessed event. Who? Who or what is Titan? Yeah, bro, Titan's the Mad Monk's god. I don't know what it's supposed to be, a giant robot or something. Anyway, everybody's so scared of it, they do exactly what the monks tell them. And I ain't no exception. That's why I gotta get a pass. I don't want no giant robot shooting my ray guns at me. Shit, Betty Lou would kill me if I died. You didn't call your wife Betty Lou before. What? Oh, bro, did I call her the wrong name again? Man, she'd kill me if she knew I did. See, she's got two sisters, Betty May and Bessie Sue, and then she's, Bertha Lou, and I'm always getting them confused. Please, bro, don't tell her about this, okay? My wife's name keeps changing. Now it's Bertha Lou. Did I say Bertha Lou? I meant Bessie Lou. No, Betty Lou? See how confusing it is. Right. Tribute? Bro, I'm flat busted. Got swindled out of everything I had in Vegas. I got nothing to trade. I'm just asking for a little human kindness. Bessie Sue's so sick, I'm afraid she's gonna die before I get back. You didn't call your wife Bessie Sue before. Maybe I can milk more experience out of this. Oh shit, I should have chosen the other option. You've heard of Damonta? Yeah, he's heard of it. Safe zone? Mad monks? Why would they make you get sludge if you're a traitor? Hey man, I don't know. I guess they're pissed that I'm always getting lost and separated from my escort when I come through. I'm just absent-minded, you know. Betty May is the smart one in the family. You didn't call your wife Betty May before. Bro, I swear, I'm just not very good with names, okay? But Bonnie May and me... Oh crap, okay, you got me, bro. There ain't no girl having a baby back home. Just trying to get a little shipment out to the Monta, and I don't want the monks sticking their noses in my business. They seen me come through here a million times and something got them suspicious. So this time they gave this crazy ass tax as tribute. How the hell am I supposed to get that goop out of a bunch of nooks and crannies filled with badgers and raiders? What's in your shipment? Nothing, bro. Just some, pharmaceuticals. And you know how those monks always take medical supplies as tribute? You don't? Well, they do. They're always asking for bandages, rocks, needles. Anyway, I got customers in Demanta who pay big money for this shit. But if I show it to the monks, they'll take it. Know what I mean? So I gotta get through on the down low. So can you help brother out? What kind of pharmaceuticals? Just little stuff, bro. Headache pills, penicillin, tussin. Well, that's exactly the stuff the monks want. And I'm not sure they've got any compunction against taking it off my corpse once I join the Great Glow. Uh, we could give you some goop. Dude, you're awesome. You wanna just give me a can of goop? Wow. Sure, here you go. Thanks so much. Tell you what, I got some business at the Temple of Titan on my way home. If I see you there, I'll totally show you around. Well, that place like the back of my hand. We got our empty cup from him. So I guess we're getting back to fill the empty sludge container. We're not getting through with that. Rather, we're not getting through without that, so... there could be sludge in this map too, but we should have easy guaranteed sludge access from the previous map, so... If I could just recall where they were. I think we convinced someone here. Do we still have our escort? Yes. I think we lose our escort if we get into the safe zone. We already come here. I don't recall where we've been. Hopefully nothing has respawned here. That's empty. I think this is the one we convinced to give us a free sample. So not that much extra work for us. We did get a lot of experience from the guy. We can probably get a favor or something like that later on too. So it's worth a little bit of extra work.
Oh, good. More crazy talk.
Let's try this again. Raiders. I don't see any real exceptions here. We might as well keep looting these raider strongholds now. Now that we have a chance. What? It's locked. Okay. Heavy Mastercraft lock hangs off the reinforced latch of this crate. It was clearly placed near the scrub brush to keep it obscure. The metal is marked with a stencil particularly scratched up. It reads M&Tam. Ah, well we know. We have a key for that. We did help the guy, sort of. Not the diamond pack key. But we didn't really agree to help it. We just ended up in the same place. So I guess we don't have a key. Right, I can't use any of the abilities. It's basically key or nothing. Right. I wonder if we could find the guy and kill him to get the key at this point. Pretty shitty thing to do. Just wondering. I'm not gonna do anything like that. The raiders are starting to be quite a bit more effective at this point. The melee versions seem to have a closer to 100 hit points. So we need our equipment upgrade. Some of the guys just don't have the hitting power anymore. It's probably because we basically have two guys in the group that don't really contribute anything combat wise. So it's starting to show. And we've sort of frozen our more group. We've frozen our combat skill development, so we aren't really pushing it 100%, and we have maybe 5 guys contributing to the fight in a decent match. That'll have to change. We'll have to at least get 6 combat guys. We'll have to push the combat abilities up anyway. Yeah, don't mind me. Just breaking into your containers. Ooh. Well. It's a superior sniper rifle. It's a bit more expensive to shoot, but it is more powerful. Has more range. I wouldn't say it's a day and night difference though. No getting around the fact that I think it's better. Certainly better than this piece of shit we currently have. .68 ammunition. Right. No, 4% chance to jam. That's no good. Anything has a sturdy magazine. I think someone has a sturdy magazine that doesn't really need it. -4% chance to jam.
Um, 30-meter range. I'm not putting a long barrel on this. It's yeah, it already has enough range because we need to sort of force them to closer range fighting anyway. So it just isn't good now. Once we have more long range capability weaponry, then that's a different matter. But for now, it is what it is. I suppose that's a weakness for what ammunition does it use. Still uses the sniper rifle ammunition. It's a problem because of the melee guy. You basically accept that you mightn't be able to contribute too much into the fighting. But that's no good. It's no good if everything gets destroyed by the long-range fighters, because then the melee guy is totally worthless. You might have well just had another guy who shoots at that point. DBM gunner, DBM commando. I don't see how we could possibly go here. Because he's with us. It's always gonna be a fight. Yeah, just barricades after barricades after barricades. So they really want to push you hard if you don't have a monk. Yeah, I think that's probably our end goal. Just want to see what's here. Raiders. Or sludge. Wonder if there really is use for all this sludge. Buck dinges. Is that a cannon? Peering over the ridge, you see a naked wild-haired old man sitting with what looks like a World War II era bomb resting on the ground. He is drinking straight from a bottle and smells like a bucket of piss poured in a vat of snake squeezins. He giggles at you as you approach.
I ain't talking to no one with a damn monk pulling them around. Fuss off.
Mr. Taggart.
I reckon I'm glad to meet you, Rangers. Name's Taggart. I'm the foreman of these ruminating roughnecks here. We just dropped off about 10 head of cattle in Damonta, stopping here to resupply. If you've got anything you want to put up for trade, I've got a few odds and ends you might be interested in.
You're a cattleman. Do you know Jill and her crew?
Reckon I do. Work with them from time to time. So her cow buy her way into Damonta not too long ago. Docs look the worse for wear, but on the mend. Hope they get a good take on those cows to make up for their trouble.
Amigo hats, Amigo jackets, and Amigo pants. And beer. Beer. Warm skunk beer. Wherever there is injustice, you will find us. The three amigos, I guess. Right. Parting Cowboys. I think this is Blazing Saddles reference. Mr. Taggart. Yeah, pretty sure it is. Lockpicking is likely to fail. Just kick it open after that. Like, how about some more beans? I'd say you've had enough. Yeah, it's definitely Blazing Saddles. Stitch pants with cup. Like, we'll always try the lockpicking first. I think our lockpicking is pretty weak. The locks here aren't particularly tough. We just suck at lockpicking. The human heart.
You've reached the Temple of Titan, Rangers. Your long journey through the canyon has ended. Thanks, I'm sure, to Brother Shapira's guidance. But first I will need to take your tribute before I can allow you to enter the temple. You do have what you promised, don't you?
I'm seeing if he's talking about anything new. Right, let's talk about the tribute.
Oh yeah? Do you have what was asked of you? If you came up short, you might find yourself in big trouble.
We have the sludge.
Well done, Rangers. You've completed the
That's a
task we set for
lot
you.
of monks.
Yeah, that is a lot of monks. Would have been a tough fight.
I cannot leave the canyon with you, Rangers. If you continue toward Demanta, I will remain here. If you need to re-enter the Canyon of Titan, I can rejoin you.
Right, we lost Brother Shapiro. Excellent.
Copy, Ranger. Echo. Congratulations. You've done a good.
Not sure what we need. There's a lot of skills that are just suck, and we're currently relying heavily on this guy to be able to do them. At the same time, Demanta at least has a decent chance, I would imagine, to have a potential new NPC. So if we don't need the points, I'm gonna save the points. An enormous concrete hatch covers a tunnel straight down to the god of the mushroom cloud. Dale! Hello, Dale.
Dudes, you made it. Awesome to see you again. Hey dudes, I was just raiding some of that shipment we discussed with my contact downstairs. Like I promised, here's some samples as a reward for helping me out and keeping things on the QT. And if you want to buy something, I'll give you a good discount.
Do we want to go downstairs? Yes?
Well, there's doors in both the clinic and the chapel, but the monks are kind of picky about who they let down there. I always just use the back door myself right here. Gotta know the code though. You want it?
Yes. 60845.
Watch out down there. The monks don't like outsiders poking their noses in their business. We're gonna have to be sneaky.
You're gonna have to be sneaky. Directions?
This here, right here, is the temple market. The clinic's to the north side, chapel's to the south side, and all the good stuff is in between. You can get everything here. Guns, ammo, armor, clean water, whatever you need. If you need to ask the monks anything, go to one of the gates. That's about it.
Snake squeezins. It's cheap. Only 30. I think I have snake squeezins already. What? Snake squeezins? Snake squeezins. Now we break into. What is this? Seriously, what? Is it a porta potty? Why am I breaking in? I'm going to steal their poop. Yeah, this is about as low as you can go, I suppose. Just critical failure or succeed, please, so I can move on to new things. Yeah, it's shit. Just good old-fashioned shit. What is this? Simple door to a simple makeshift shack. Nothing special here. Am I supposed to see something? Amigo check. Amigo check.
Golly,
Monk lover.
I bet you can buy anything here. Anything.
I bet you can. Nightstick. Massive amount of damage. It's a next tier weapon.
Greetings, Rangers. Do you wish to trade with the servants of the Mushroom Cloud?
Right. Normal stuff, more or less normal stuff. We could get another pulse rifle. 38. It's I wouldn't say this is an improvement. Ooh. High powered scope, plus 7 meters maximum range. I'll buy that. Not sure I want to buy a pulse rifle. I suppose I should, because it's certainly better than the shitty weapon he currently has. But pulse rifle isn't anything special, and we seem to be sort of at the edge of getting a new tier weaponry. So I could leave the pulse rifle. Transfer Pizepi's pulse rifle to Tinker and Pizepi the next tier weaponry. Can't put a scope on one of these though. So that's a massive increase in range. 7 meters. On a weapon that probably has a range
Oh, trinkets!
much less than
Items.
20.
So many interesting things.
What is this? This is a temple, I guess. Brother Nero.
Do you mind? I'm in the middle of preaching a sermon. Oh well, I can spare a moment. Titan approves of inquisitive minds. Speak.
Okay. Who were you giving your sermon to? There's no one here.
Do you think so little of yourself? You are not no one. We were also recording it for broadcast over the radio, spreading the gospel of Titan near and far.
Okay, that's a lot of topics we could talk with you. Servants of Titan. Servants of Titan. And Servants of Titan, right. And an entrance. So, at least that's the second entrance to the lower levels. The goal isn't to use these though. Guess this would be a third one. Only servants of Mushroom Clouds may enter. A large, massive door that looks like it leads to the underground temple. So I guess you would have temple entrance, another entrance to a chapel, and yep. I guess the most optimal way would be to basically be granted uh, front door access, so we wouldn't have to worry about guards so much. Next best thing seems to be the entrance drug lead dealer provided. Clinic. I'd like to see the doctor, one who's doing all the prosthetics. Dr. Kyle. Brother Store. Well, the mechanical repair experience is at least guaranteed. I think I'll just bash it open though. The handyman, so this should be a failure. Another handyman, so another failure. Right. I'm pretty sure it just notifies you that you're not gonna get any kind of a... You might, I don't know, maybe you'll get a critical success? No, you already got a critical failure. I think I'll just bash it open. Doesn't really matter who gets the experience.
Rangers at the temple? Well, that's a surprise. Welcome to the ordnance shed. What can I do for you?
What do you do here in the ordnance shed?
This is where I make the patented new grenades and where I hand them out to my brothers. And no, sorry, they're not for sale to non-believers, so forget it.
Tell me about the servants. Yeah. Nothing new. What do you think of the Rangers?
Those badges sure are pretty, but they don't mean anything here.
Okay, do you need help?
You wanna help me? You really want a crack at the world's dirtiest job? Well, okay, then here's the deal. My brothers use a lot of new grenades, which means I'm always running low on goop. That's what I call the radioactive waste I put inside them. The stuff that sends everybody in the blast radius to the Great Glow. We harvest the goop from a few old hazmat dumps here in the canyon, but it's a job not even the most devoted servants of Titan likes. You can die doing it, and it's not a clean way to go. Not like pulling the pin on your grenade. Either you die a slow death from radiation rot, or you get eaten by the mutated beasties that live around the sites. Needless to say, I don't get a lot of volunteers, but if you're up for it, then Titan bless you. Take some of these lead containers and fill them at one of the dump sites in the canyon. Bring them back to me, and what's a good trade? Tell you what, I'm not supposed to do this, but if you want, I'll trade you 3 for 1. You bring me 3 full containers, I'll give you 1 new grenade. Just don't tell the others, alright? It's not worth it. Not worth it at all. I don't even want a single one, they're so pathetic damage-wise. Maybe there's something to them that's not immediately obvious, but looking at the stats, it seems like a horrible weapon. What kind of mutants are out there? You know him when you see him. Actually, you might smell him first. Sheesh.
Rat rot.
Radiation poisoning. It's a slow way to reach the Great Glow. We'll all get there one way or the other.
Do you have rat rot?
Me? No, I'm fine. Never better.
I'm a bit skeptical on that. What is the safe zone? This is the safe zone. What can you tell us about the hazmat dumps?
There's a bunch of them here in the canyon, leftovers from before the war. Slushy, bubbly, radioactive goop in steel barrels.
So where can we find the goop?
Comes in big black and yellow barrels, and it glows bright green, you can't miss it. Though it's usually tucked away in some deep dark corner of the canyon.
That guy looks like he sweats rads.
Yeah, that's more or less what I guessed. There was a robot, basically notification that robots were sighted at Damanta. So I don't want to leave here with the laser carbine. We have to get a pulse rifle. It's
I
not
wish we
that
had a doctor back in Rail Nomad.
It's another entrance to below. Dr. Baum is squinting myopically at a clipboard while his glasses sit on top of his head.
Who is it? I'm sorry. Have you seen a pair of spectacles by any chance?
Oh, they're on your head.
Oh my. Oh, that is embarrassing. Now then, that's better. Let's have a look at you. Oh, Rangers! And one of you knows more than a little about medicine if those well-healed scars tell me anything. Very impressive.
We found some contact lenses a while back. Want to try them?
Well, it seems unlikely they'd be my prescription, but it's not like I've ever gotten to visit an ophthalmologist anyway. Let's see. What do you know? They do the trick.
What would we get from that? That's a toaster item. Received 68-watt advanced individual training manual. Okay.
This will make it much easier for me to do my work. Here, take this as a sign of my thanks. It will help you keep your guts on the inside out in the field.
What's your name?
Oh, I'm Dr. Bomb. I know it isn't bomb as in boom, nor is it bomb as in Gilead. It's Baum as in Baum. Sorry, I find it best to get that out of the way right up front. Everybody asks. Now, what is it?
You're surprised to see us.
We don't get many of you around here. Well, none actually. But I remember the Rangers from when I was growing up out in West. Short-tempered, if I remember properly, always shooting things up or getting themselves shot. No end of experience as I was learning my trade, that was for sure. This,
Uh, and the dialogue doesn't continue. Right. Am I wounded? We're here for Dr. Kyle's special services. Uh, no text? Sure.
I see. Very good. Then we must head down into the temple. Are you ready to go?
Okay, yes. Dr. Sidney Kyle. Now, where were we? Oh yes, you're interested in acquiring a prosthetic limb. Well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to disappoint you. Though I am the leading, perhaps the only prosthetic surgeon in the West, and would normally be happy to help anyone who had need of one, I'm afraid I have a firm policy of not augmenting desert rangers. Why do you have that policy? It's nothing personal, but I have had difficulties with the desert rangers before. They don't like that I was willing to give new limbs to anyone, regardless of allegiance or faction, and they chased me out of Arizona. I don't want them hunting me down if they find out I gave you a new arm or leg. I'm sorry. Which rangers chase you out? I'm afraid I didn't stop to ask their names. Where did you learn this prosthetic surgery? I found some ancient knowledge in an old government facility in Arizona. Everything was explained, how to make the limbs, how to attach them, how to power them. I'm fortunate that I had enough learning to understand the basic techniques, and from there it was just a trial and error until I got it right. What do you know about the facility? I'm afraid I never knew the name of it, and I don't remember the exact location, but it was filled with old and broken robots and much knowledge. You don't remember anything about the place that taught you your life's work? Well, I could tell you a little about the lab and the living quarters. I don't remember much about the exterior except the door had been blown open. I'm afraid I don't think I could find my way back there again. It was a long time ago. Tell us more about the lab. It was very well equipped and seemed to be entirely dedicated to the research and production of next-generation robots. It had a huge mainframe computer as well, but it looked like someone had shot it to pieces. So, basic cheese, maybe? Living quarters? Not much to tell, I'm afraid. All very bland and functional, although there was evidence that someone had lived there for a while, after the apocalypse. Someone from some place called Darwin. All their clothes had labels that read "Property of Darwin Village." How are the limbs powered? A battery implanted in the chest, which converts heat and movement from the body into electricity, which then powers the limbs. Interestingly, more people are frightened of having the battery installed than they are of getting the new limb. But I assure you, they are perfectly safe. Since you can't give us new limbs, maybe you could share some of that knowledge instead. I don't know that I'm much of a teacher. The techniques are very complicated and little documented. Well, if they're little documented, then there is some documentation. Anything we could look at. Why not? I've committed the net text to memory, so I don't really need it with me. Can use it to spread the word of the benefits of prosthesis. Here you go. Okay, special services. I told you before, I have a firm policy of not augmenting desert rangers. I cannot help you. So it was a free skill
I
book
could
then?
learn so much from her. What skill she has.
Okay, we've got 2 skill books recently. Field medic, probably surgery, the other one then. Or could it be electronics? Neural net processor manual, computer science, right. Uh, right, we are still at 4 points of extra cost, so we're certainly not reading the book. Maybe at 6 I think we're sort of okay to read the books already, and at 8 naturally that's the only thing we can do. So at least to level 6 in a skill I'm not using skill books. Unless I basically know that I have no use for the book and I might as well read it anyway. But what's the other skill book? Uh, Field medic and computer science, right? Field medic skill is too low. I don't think we need it to get to 10, but we probably need it somewhere around 8 if we want to use the best stuff. So we still would need to raise the skill level to 6. Then read it. Steam packs. I think steam packs is basically combat regeneration of a minimal kind. Not sure if it's worth a perk. At the same time, not sure if there's any real harm in it.
Very tidy. Very clean.
Please
I
exit the
approve.
hospital as soon as possible. Right, let's leave. So they definitely don't want us hanging around there. Can you heal us up? We're too lightly wounded for him to give a shit, apparently. Right, temple rear gate, so we could leave the area and that's pretty much all we can do. So yeah, we should be able to go to the Monza. Now it's a question, do we want to buy the pulse rifle or not? I would be leaning toward buying it. It is better for us.
Welcome, Rangers. Rumors of your deeds have been reaching me ever since you entered our canyon. And though I can't say I've approved of all you've done, I've admired your skill and determination when called to action. And that's why I wanted to speak to you. I'm in need of skilled men just now, and I'm prepared to offer you a sizable reward if you're willing to do a little job for the servants of the Mushroom Cloud. Will you hear me out?
Yes. Thank you. And let me tell you of our need. With our ability to summon Titan, we could, if we wished, blow up everyone in the canyon. But because of our faith and decency, we generally act with forbearance, even when pushed to limit. There have been some brothers, however, who have lacked such decency. One such was a certain Brother Wright, who we exiled for trying to invoke Titan's wrath without reason. We should have killed him outright, because now he's gone to Silo 7 and cut himself a Titan of his own, and we're afraid he's going to use it on us. That is why we need you. Brother Wright must be stopped and his Titan brought to us for safekeeping. Do these things and Titan will reward you with great gifts. What do you say? Sure.
Thank you. Titan bless you. Now let me give you the details. When we cast him out, Brother Wright led north toward the towns of Damonza, and it seems he found another silo there, Silo 7, with another Titan in it just like ours. And ever since, we've been trying to get it working, so he can take his vengeance upon us. We need you to go to Damonza, find Silo 7, kill Brother Wright, and bring the warhead to us for safekeeping. Here, let me give you the destination code that will send the warhead to us here. All you have to do is use the piloting console to send the rail car carrying the warhead to the temple by way of the rail line below Silo 7. The rest will take care of itself.
What about Damonza?
A community to the east of the canyon. I know little about it.
Anything new?
Someday soon, Titan will speak his wrath unto the land, devastating everything you see, and taking us all into the great glow. Just not today.
Why not send some monks?
Well, as motivated as my brothers are, they have a somewhat limited grasp of tactics. Faced with a threat, they blow themselves up. This tends to make their first engagement with the enemy their last. Any operation that consists of a number of encounters would, well, you see what I'm getting at. We need real fighting men, not human bombs. We need Rangers.
Have you heard about the mysterious men in the canyon?
Yes, we are aware of this. Reports of similar activity have been increasing over the past few weeks, particularly at the end of the canyon. We have sent some brothers to investigate. You need not concern yourself with that. You are needed in Silo 7.
Tell us about the silo.
We know very little about it, other than it was built at the same time for the same purpose as this one. We don't know what defenses Brother Wright may have built into it, or what forces he might have defending it, but he is a cautious man, so I would expect the worst.
Tell me about him.
He is a fanatic and extremist, more interested in killing than converting followers through peaceful means. But be wary. He can seem rational and reasonable when you first meet him, charming even, but everything out of his mouth is a lie. He will lie about us and our motivations, and about himself as well. In fact, it would be better to shoot first and ask questions later. Dead, he will tell no lies.
So
Farewell,
basically,
Rangers. May the blessings of Titan go with you.
he knows something or wants to do something that they don't want to know. They don't want me to know about. Yeah, I guess I'm getting much more wary about the monks. Seems like they're almost eager to blow up the nuke. The Mansa might have a better weapon, but might also have robots. It will have robots. So, "12-meter range" is sort of shitty. Yeah, I think we're gonna We can't put a long barrel to it. We can't put a barrel on energy weapon. It's under barrel and scope. This is a solid weapon, I think, but the range is terrible. Could put the larger scope in this to increase the range. It would be closer to 20 meters at that point. Small scope, flashlight, jump. We have flashes. I'm pretty sure about that. We have better scope too. This might be hard to take off, but can't be helped. I'll just scrap some weapons. Although the assault rifles are starting to be okay. I have a better one, but which weapon would provide flashlight? We have shitty weapons that would have a decent chance of providing that. Well, these aren't shitty weapons, but they're not super expensive either, so the possibility is there. And we sell some of the excess parts. Right, so we need an underbarrel flashlight. We'll add the scope. 19 meters. We might as well start with the cheapest, I guess. No, we won't even have a chance to get the proper parts. Long barrel. Yeah, very small chance of actually getting what we want. Long barrel. Yeah, can't get it. Can't get what we want. So it's just not happening. Right. So finally, we'll at least get to go to Damonta. What? Rangers, please hurry to Damonta. We must secure a real, a brother to our own Titan. To glorify with a warship. So basically, I don't think they have a warhead at all. They're just using a threat of a warhead. So I would basically probably be getting them their one, and that might explain why the crazy fanatics who blow themselves up constantly haven't blown themselves up so far. So, well, at least that theory heavily sort of encourages the viewpoint that the Diamondback militia is probably the better side to back here. I mean, they seem professional into the point that I doubt they would blow themselves up. At the same time, they would get control of the canyon and they would have an operational nuke on their hands. So they would be pretty much impossible to get out of here. This puts us in a bad position. Ah, Inner Titan, Temple of Titan, Inner Titan. Oasis. Can I call them?
Copy, Echo 1. This is Ranger Command. Go ahead. Copy, Echo 1. Appreciate the...
Well, they didn't apparently care. What's to the south of us? Nothing. I don't think I will even go. Yeah, that has to be the monster. Dangerous animals. 50% chance of successfully evading them. Right, so we need a more outdoorsman skill, otherwise we're gonna be ending up fighting a huge amount of random fights. Ooh. What happened here? Why did this have to happen? It props him up like a trophy. More pointless violence. I guess it is just a group of animals. That's the exit, right? Okay. I don't think we can kill him. Poison effect on the bite. Minus 25 constitution every 10 seconds, lasts for 46 seconds. So that's a decent amount of health loss if I don't heal it. Anti-venom. Shoot the legs. I need an aim shot of some sort, otherwise we're fucked. Shaky aim. Staggered. Okay. Taunted. Minus 35% chance to hit. Minus 0.9 combat speed. There's no way we're gonna get a good hit no matter what we do. And poison again. Honestly, anti-venoms and the like aren't that expensive. I just haven't bothered buying any of them. Psychotic. Which translates to what? Battering up the brain box sure makes the world look different. In this confused state, they won't know friend from foe. That doesn't make any kind of difference here. Just need to hobble them a little bit and that'll be victory for us. Stagger. Does it? It doesn't stack, right? But I guess only the basically the heavier effects stays. Well, we did get a decent amount of experience out of them, so no real regrets fighting them. And we have enough ammunition. It's just, it is fundamentally just a time sink. So if I could at least make a choice, which ones I want to fight and which ones I don't, that would be great. I wonder if there's a chance to find anything interesting in a totally random fight. We have bodies here, but there's no connection to really what killed them. I guess we need to bring up outdoorsmen. Right, I might as well leave things here. Just making sure that's the mom's up. Dangerous robots approaching. Run 25%. Yeah. I'll fight this and end it there. I guess we'll get a taste of robot fighting. Is it the same group and type that we previously faced? No. It's not. It's Thresher Claws. Could I just walk away? I mean, if there's nothing to loot. But yeah, we probably have 2 to 3 points of extra outdoorsmanship and we could evade with 100% chance. Seriously, don't spot it. Mysterious Shrine, it is not the monster. Well, fuck. I guess we could use a little bit of extra spotting skill. I mean, it shows that the detection range is decent when you look at our goddamn team, but we don't detect anything at that range. We basically detect at the inner circle there. So we have to walk right on top of something, otherwise we don't see shit. More robots, shit. Right, who wants to learn outdoorsmanship? Same situation. No, this time we probably don't have the option of just bypassing them. Run, 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 run. I'm seeing at least 4 types. The clawers, the sort of burst energy weapon guys, then there's some kind of a loading ball, then there's the sort of more typical looking boxy robots that resemble humanoids a little bit. Seriously? Where the fuck is the place? Have I missed it? I didn't ever get a exact location for it. That seems to have something, maybe. Come on,